I just really wanted to open this all up together because this is like the best Christmas ever. Welcome back to Living with a Classic, and as you may know, my 1975 XJ-S project car is at my friend Dan's house at the moment, and he's doing some body work to it and do some paint as well. I'm going to visit him in a week or so, and we'll see how he's doing, how far he's getting along. I need to deliver some parts for him as well. Speaking of parts, my great sponsor Simple Performance have sent over a lot more parts. I got a big parcel yesterday. And let me tell you, it's some really cool stuff. I've just laid it out here on the floor. We're going to open and have a look at some of it together. And these are going to be some really great upgrades. We have a new exhaust system. We got new suspension, a few other things. They've supplied some great used parts, which I'm missing. It's always like that when you buy a car that's been taken apart. It's really easy that some parts are missing, and I'm finding that there's a lot missing, and they've really helped me out a lot. They've also helped me to source a new floor for it. So really thankful for them. They're a great sponsor. If you don't know who they are, please check out their website down below. They supply a lot of great upgrade parts for Jags of all eras, really, or mostly the modern stuff from XJ-S and forward. Lots of different interesting parts. They supply a lot of used parts, upgrade parts, and they can also source a lot of other things as well. So they did help me source a floor, but let's have a look at all the parts and see what this XJ-S is going to get, because it's going to be pretty special. I just laid out everything like this yesterday because, well, the parcel arrived and it weighed 98 kilos. So I had to open it outside to get inside. It was a big box, but we'll just go through some of the bits, what it is first, and then we'll open up some of these. I haven't opened anything. I've just laid it down exactly like this. So we have a floor pan, both left and right, and they were kind enough to supply them to me, which was just very nice. But the good thing is that if you order, parts from them which are big, such as an exhaust system, there's often room left in the box for other things. So, the floors are kind of the same length, so they can get the floors in. They get them from David Manners, and they can, ship things together, because shipment is, in the end, is really what's expensive with parts. And now with getting things from the UK and things, shipment is the big thing. And then we have a complete new exhaust system. Over there is new tips as well. We got rear silencers. I am not going to use the middle silencer, so we have their delete pipes there. New over axle pipes, and over there is tubular exhaust manifolds, which I'm really excited to open up. We got gas shocks. I'm missing a couple things. I need new springs for front. They're going to send those a little bit later, but we have rear shocks with new springs on them. We got new front shocks. It's all adjustable. And then this is something I realized I was missing. I'm missing all the carpets from the car basically, but they were able to source a whole trunk kit. So I'm going to rent one of those steam cleaners and try and clean this up as best as I can, so I can reuse that and have trunk or boot, whatever you want to say, area nice and carpeted. Then over here, if you remember, my light switch was broken, so they got a nice light switch for me with a knob and everything. So that's going to be great to put that in. I am missing some stainless and chrome things. So this is the one that sits on the boot lid. So that is missing. I just need to source. There's a piece of rubber on that. I need to see if I can get a hold of that. This is the bottom trim piece around the rear window. I only had the top and the little corner pieces. So we're going to clean that up and use that. This is the complete stainless surround around the front windscreen. Mine was sadly in the bottom of the boot when I bought the car, so it was all smushed. So that's really good. All of this will get cleaned up and polished. It's the nice thing about stainless. You can get it looking really nice. They also supplied in the previous box of things new door handles for me, because I don't have any keys, and I have a matching set of keys for the whole car. Yeah, carpets like we said. And over here, I'm just gonna try not to step on the floors. We got some goodies as well. Don't worry, we're gonna open everything up in a bit. These are spacers for the front springs if you want to have standard ride height, or if you want to lower the car a little bit, because I do have fast road springs now. It's a fast road suspension kit. And new bolts for a lot of things. I'm guessing that's for exhaust and other things. These, I was missing the little nipples on the jacking points. They were able to source those for me as well. These look like to be exhaust clamps and a few other things. And everything is very nicely labeled with their exhaust system. So these are the big bore external tips, the tubular manifold. So if you want to get a little bit of an idea what this sounds like, I mean, we're going to start it up when it's all together, but this is the same style of exhaust system that was fitted to Harry's XJ-12C on Harry's garage. So he has a good video on the sound of that car. It will be pretty much the exact same thing. I think it is the exact same system. But let's open up some of the boxes and have a look. I'm excited to see the gas shocks and the tubular manifolds. So what should we start with? Let's start with the exhaust manifold. So the whole exhaust system. So a little bit about their exhaust system. It is, I have to say, it's really, really well made. I haven't seen that many aftermarket systems that have such nice vents and everything. So how it's constructed is basically everything is interchangeable with an OEM system. So let's say you have rusty over axle pipe, you can buy the rub axle pipes, they fit. Let's say you just want to delete the center boxes. This will match up an original system. Let's say you just need these intermediate pipes. They will match with an original system. The only thing is the tubular manifolds. They, if I believe correctly, they won't fit with if you have a catalytic car. However, if you're able to remove your cats, they can offer, you know, a place to put your lambda sensors, so that's really good, and a few other things. But if you have more questions about will this fit my car, you can email them and they'll get back to you with what exactly fits. The one thing is, it is not promoted as a big performance upgrade. We'll get into tubular manifolds later. I mean, they do flow better than the originals, they say, but there's not like bench tests or anything. They're not equal length. They're made to fit in the existing engine bay without modifying anything, and you know, it's quite tight. So it's there a lot for the noise and for the aesthetics, and everything else, you know, it's the same way. They are working on some things. They can get bigger size over axle pipes and things that will come in the future. The silencers as well, they are better flowing than the original. So all in all, the exhaust system will be much more free flowing than the original one, especially with one muffler removed. And they also do offer mufflers for this part, for the center delete instead, if you want, you know, the more of a standardized sound. But I decided to go with a very loud one. The one thing that will look different are these. So these are the stainless tips on the back. If you can tell, they're bigger. I think it says about ½ an inch bigger in diameter. So that's the only thing from the outside that you'll see that this car has something special. And I think they look fantastic. I love the way they look on Harry Metcalf's car. And the look at my... I'll try and remember at the end of this video, we'll compare these to a stock XJ-S so you can see what they look like, but they're just gorgeous. And these are labeled as well, so I'm only going to open one side because I think some assembly is required on these tubular manifolds, and this is looks like a left-hand one. But everything is extremely nicely packaged, and everything arrived. No damage was done to everything, so very impressed. Oh wow. Yeah, you see there is a space to put a lambda sensor, which I've actually thought we're going to do. Pre-HE doesn't have one, but you know what? I think we'll put one in aftermarket, one on each side, and then we'll have a little like dial hidden somewhere, maybe in the glove box or something, and we can actually see how the car is performing, especially because I want to do some engine upgrades as well. I think that will be an excellent thing. And aren't these things just, I mean, they're gorgeous. And I guess they all collect together like that. But they look very nice. The one thing that Ben has told me of Simple Performance is they will increase the heat under the bonnet. So he recommends to have them wrapped or ceramic coated. I haven't made up my mind yet, because I think they look amazing the way they are. He also said that you could probably get away with rerouting things. So I'm going to try and reroute fuel lines and a few other things and heat coat lines and things, oil lines out of the way, and try and run them as they are. And we'll just see how hot it gets. If everything surrounding them starts melting down, then we'll get them ceramic coated. But I think they'll look so cool, especially when they'll probably turn blue and stuff when they get warm. I think that'll look amazing. I'll put these aside for now. And let's have a look at this. And don't worry, there will be videos on fitting all of this. I just really wanted to open this all up together because this is like the best Christmas ever. And I would like to say once again, I am extremely grateful for their sponsorship. It's the first big sponsorship I have here on the channel. And I've dreamed of being able to buy these parts. I bought some used parts from them in the past, and I've always found their support amazing and really helping me out, especially when I was fixing my white XJ-12 up as a student on a budget. They helped me out with used exhaust components and things. And I dreamed of buying these systems, but could never, couldn't afford them then. And I think if I was giving up this XJ-S now without the sponsorships, it would take a lot longer because I'd have to save up money for these parts, because this is what I would want to do to the car. Better suspension and this exhaust system. Oh, I mean, this looks amazing. What they've told me is this is made in a different way that many other stainless exhaust systems are made, because many stainless exhaust systems, the internals are maybe not stainless. Internal here is a stainless mesh of the same quality as the outside, and the sound deadening material is from one roll. It's not from pieces which are put into many systems, which means it's going to last a very long time. And God, that looks amazing. Hardly even want to fit this on the car. I just want to hang it on the wall. So I guess this answers my other question. We gotta make the rest of the car look amazing if we're gonna fit this stuff. So gonna get that rear end and everything looking amazing. Let's move on over and have a look at the shock and various brackets. Just look at the brackets here, and this is a tool for setting up the ride height, and they have, I mean, that's just fantastic. And here are the gaskets and everything for the manifolds. So everything is complete to fit line systems. That is really good. On to the shocks. My guess is small box is probably just shocks for the front. One thing they mentioned about shocks, you can see TUV. I think that's for Germany. So they are OEM approved, and if you need any certificates for that, they said that Ben can usually help and supply with that. Oh wow. Just look at that. I went with the black look. They come in blue and gold as well. And the reason I went with the black look is, I mean, I'm so grateful that they're sending these things over. So I said, whatever you have in stock or that's easiest for you to get a hold of, send that over. And they had these. And then we also talked about it that I'm trying to build a sleeper, and these go with the sleeper look. Yeah, you'll still sort of notice the adjustment knob, which, ooh, that is very nice. But they will look nice. They come with new top mountings and everything. And they look very nice. So there's just 2 sets of that in there. We got fitment instructions and everything. But this has sort of changed the game. I think we're gonna have to drop the front suspension as well and make that, or at least take it all apart and paint it, because yeah, can't put that on if the rest of the car doesn't look amazing. Oh wow. So here we have the springs and everything. So here's the shock absorber. Here is the spring that goes in. And then you have the adjustments here to adjust the ride height. So you can have them stock or have it slightly lowered. And then you can change, you know, the version. I'm gonna have to read up in the manual exactly in all the settings. And I think we're gonna have to drive and test it out, figure out what I want. I think I want to have it slightly lowered. I think that would look very good, but I just want to make sure that nothing on the car would scrape. But this is not a car I'm going to drive in cities with speed bumps or anything like that anyways, so I don't think that is a massive end of the world. Yep, just the same. And the other one, I'm guessing the other box is the same because there are 4 rear shocks on an XJ-S. And yes, these will fit XJs as well. The exhaust system will fit. They have one for an XJ Series 3 as well. And just from personal experience, they haven't said anything, but you can get things usually that fit on the Series 2 as well. Another thing about the exhaust system I forgot to mention, the intermediate pipes are adjustable. So, I mean, the over-axle pipes are a little bit adjustable because it depends on which size of intermediate pipes you have. So there's some adjustment in that. I'm still quite speechless. I mean, these are some amazing things. I've never had such a nice exhaust system. I've always had to fix old ones and try and find used things and get it working and try and get it tight. So this will be absolutely amazing. Also the suspension system and everything. I'm really honored to be sponsored by Simply Performance. This is going to be such a cool car when it's done. And my hope is that when this XJ-S is completely done, that I hope to be able to share it with you guys, that maybe, I don't know, take it to a big car show somewhere that maybe subscribers can meet up and see it, because it's going to be a cool car, and it feels like, I think you guys would like to see it when it's done, or I hope so at least. One other thing I just realized I forgot to mention about the exhaust systems, this is for a V12. They do carry for 6-cylinder cars and for many different Jag. So if you want to know anything about, do they have this or do they have that, Simply Performance, just email them. They're fantastic people and you'll get a lot of help. And now I'm going to pack everything up together again so I don't damage anything, put it away in storage and wait for the car to come back. Next thing you're going to see on my XJ-S is we're going to go up to Dan. We're going to see how he's doing with the rust. He's going to start with, I think he was going to start with the sill. He was going to start with some other things around the back window, and then he'll do the floors when I bring the floors up. But I think he said he's going to start, I'm filming this on a Thursday, and he was going to start on this upcoming Saturday. So I'll give him a week or so to work, and then I'll come up and have a look at it. Anyways, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. It really does help out a lot. And I want to thank my sponsor once again, Simply Performance, for these amazing things. And there'll be some videos coming up fitting all these things and seeing what it's like on the road. Anyways, until next time, I'm Adam. This was Living with a Classic. I'll see you soon.